I thought, because other people were saying how their wash and goes took them 1 hour and they only had to do it 1 time a week. And I was like, what? I bet you're surprised to see me. I'm surprised to see me. I'm surprised I followed through. I said to myself, I said, you know, they could probably get another video this week. You're welcome. Merry Christmas. In this video, I'm going to discuss the reasons why I will be changing my wash and go routine, AKA because I'm getting breakage. A little bit, but a little bit is enough because I've already had a little bit of breakage and I want to fix it. I don't want it anymore. So I'm seeing more breakage than usual, and these are the actionable steps that I'm going to implement in order to mitigate that breakage. We are fixing breakage going into 2023. I have tested different methods and techniques through my weekly wash and go series that will be linked in the description box below. And I have found that the following things will, can, and do cause breakage for me. You know, some of these things I felt would cause breakage, but I had to, as the kids say, look around and find out. From October up to now, December 2022, I have experienced breakage from over-detangling, lack of protein and moisture balance, and lack of consistency with shampooing and cleansing my hair. I'm going to talk about each problem, and then once I get to those problems, I'm gonna provide the solutions that I'm gonna implement for all of those. 1, over-detangling. Y'all, I'm abusing my hair. If you've been watching my weekly wash and go videos, you will know that I am no stranger to tools. I use a tool when I shampoo. I use a tool when I condition. I use a tool when I style my wash and goes. I am using tool after tool after tool, and it is doing what? Breaking and breaking and breaking my hair. But it wasn't very noticeable at first. It really wasn't. And I didn't know how to pinpoint where that breakage was coming from, but I had to do process of elimination. I'm using a tool during every process of my wash and go. Every process of my wash day. It's unnecessary. You just don't need to. You don't need to. And you know, I've expressed concern about my over-detangling habits once before, or a couple times before. I think I've talked about them in the comments with some people. But ever since I went October without shampooing, conditioning, and now you know why I didn't post my hair, I've noticed quite a difference. I've noticed a difference in my hydration for sure. Comment below if you've ever went a while without shampooing and cleansing your hair and you saw a huge difference. You just felt like you had a setback. What did you do to get back on track? I wanna know. Okay, back to it. I'd like to mention that my stylist Brianna did tell me that if I'm going to use tools, I should only use them once or twice during the entire wash day process. And I don't know what part of my mind let that go when she said that I could shampoo detangle, but it went, it was gone. And I don't know. I don't know where that information went, but I forgot about it. What reminded me was I checked my notes from the actual session and I was like, she did tell me this. She did. Honestly, I found that it was so much easier to get through my hair if I did use a tool when I shampoo detangled, because it was just distributed better. The shampoo felt like it was distributed better. And once that shampoo was better distributed, I could go in with my deep conditioner or conditioner and then brush that conditioner in. And I felt like I was losing less hair, and it was a lot more convenient. It was a lot easier to detangle at that point because I was detangling twice. You know what, it's not all bad. If there was a time to like mess up or fail, it's at the beginning of a journey, and my hair, I'm still figuring out my wash and go journey. If you go back and watch my first wash and go video, my first wash day video, I only used one product and it was a leave-in. I used nothing but leave-ins for my wash and goes because I didn't know gel. I didn't understand gel. I was like, how are y'all using gel in your hair? How? I don't get it. So this is me on a journey to figuring out what works for my hair. And now I know shampoo detangling with a tool, probably not, since I'm going to detangle with a tool during the conditioning process. Like, I'm going to do that. But if you are somebody who likes to shampoo detangle like me, because I will continue to shampoo detangle without a tool, just use your fingers if that's what you want to do, but there is value to shampoo detangling with a tool. Let me know in the comments if you shampoo detangle with a tool, or if you just finger detangle, or if you don't shampoo detangle at all. Share. A few other things about shampoo detangling. So I stay parting my hair in them same 4 parts, and I'll make sub parts out of those 4 parts, but it's that same parting that's causing breakage along those lines, especially in the center of my head. I'm like, why am I getting so much breakage? Like, especially like in the center, and I'm like, I only part in this one particular spot. every wash day, every time I wash my hair, it's the same parts. That can cause breakage, and then not using a comb or being more precise with your parts can cause you to get hairs that are from one section in another section, and then you're detangling and pulling, and you can hear those strands kind of popping because you're literally taking strands that were part of another section, but because the part is so jagged, it's literally, it doesn't know where to go. So you're pulling and it's popping. You're pulling and it's popping. That's on you. And lastly, with detangling, over raking my hair. Raking the hair before smoothing in the product really well causes so much more friction on your hair strands than is actually necessary for you to work that product into your hair strands. Especially with Uncle Funky's, it can be really easy to get tangles because my hair just wants to clump together so quickly towards the mids to the ends of my hair specifically. That's causing breakage. That's causing, I'm rushing through it and I'm not really paying attention to how I'm treating the ends of my hair. So, over-detangling is one, now on to number 2. Not using bond builders or protein treatments ever. Recently, I noticed for the first time when I was rinsing out my hair felt gummy. It felt gummy, like a gummy bear. And it's obviously due to lack of protein and moisture balance. Not doing a proper protein treatment like the Apogee 2-step protein treatment on my hair after having Big Chop 2 years ago is starting to catch up with me. This is another thing I asked about my last appointment. I asked about bond builders and protein treatments, and Brianna said, you know, you want to hit that every like 6 months or so. Girl, you want to hit that every about 6 weeks, a little more, a little less. It just depends, but you do want to be implementing protein treatments. Where was I? Because I was not there. I did not implement anything except for shampoo detangling, which I took parts of that, you know, the other parts were clearly essential. I only took what I wanted to hear, I guess. I didn't know. I just forgot, honestly. I just forgot. And when I did think about it, I was like, oh, my hair feels fine. I don't need to do that right now. I got lazy. I got a little lazy. And now my hair is paying for it. Natural hair is incredibly sensitive. It's fragile. Protein stores are highly susceptible to damage, whether it be weathering, detangling, or using any other chemical treatments on your hair. So our hair is primarily composed of disulfide bonded keratin protein, anywhere up to 95%. I don't know why that was so hard to say. These proteins are responsible for reducing breakage in our hair, encouraging moisture retention, and keeping our curls bouncy and elastic. So not doing that is clearly a big indicator of why I'm starting to feel my hair be a little too soft. So clearly protein is important, and I'm gonna start implementing that more into my routine because I have to. So again, number 2 was not using any bond builders or protein treatments ever. And now on to number 3. Number 3, only cleansing 1 time a week. Oh my gosh. I've struggled with this for like the past 6 months or so. When I started out, when I first big chopped my hair 2 years ago now, I started out by shampooing 1 time a week and co-washing every almost other day, every 2 days or so. And I continued to do that for the first year. It really worked for me at the time. Now that my hair has gotten longer though, I've stopped doing that purely because it takes time. The time commitment, the time. So I got lazy. I thought because other people were saying how their wash and goes took them 1 hour and they only had to do it 1 time a week. And I was like, what? I can't do that. My wash and goes don't take 1 hour, and I can do them 1 time a week, but wash day is going to be a smooth 3 to 6 hours. Smooth, easy. So again, I can do that, but there are consequences for everything. To many naturals, cleansing your hair multiple times a week is just really extra, it's unnecessary, you're doing a lot. I felt that way, but it's really not. I've started doing it already, and I'm seeing really big changes in the amount of time I'm spending detangling, just in the quality of my wash days. I'm enjoying it more. And most importantly, having the videos show me where I was when I was doing that consistently to where I am now in terms of hydration. That's the fire under my ass that I needed, let me tell you. So now on to the solutions. Solution number 1, detangling and raking less, smoothing more. I'm going to start finger detangling more and using less tools in my wash routine. Tools are so beneficial when used properly, but I don't do that right now. So in order to see when it's necessary for me to use a tool, I'm going to A, finger detangle during the shampoo process using 6 to 8 sections. I'm going to section my shampoo sessions now. New, I know. B, I'm going to try to use a rat tail comb to section those sections in order for me to get straighter parts so that I'm not pulling from other parts of my hair. C, I'm gonna finger detangle and try to only use a tool during the conditioning process. Probably a little bit during the styling process too. It always ends up happening, but not as much. And D, more smoothing and less raking during the styling process. In order to fix issue number 2, the bond builders and the proteins, I'm going to begin using bond builders and proteins more in my routine. I believe this will help with breakage and tangles that I'm experiencing currently. I haven't done a protein treatment since I big chopped, as I said, so I think it'll make a huge difference. So I'm gonna start doing a protein treatment every month to 6 weeks. Olaplex every 2 weeks, since Olaplex doesn't really have protein in it and it's a bond builder. They're 2 different things, and I can implement Olaplex a lot more into my routine. Even if I begin to use it about once a week, since I'm gonna cleanse twice a week, I can use the shampoo and conditioner, or, I also use the deep conditioner. I really liked it. I've tried it already, spoiler. You'll be seeing that video next. I'm really looking forward to see if these things help with elasticity and just overall the health of my hair. And for number 3, cleansing and resetting every 3 to 4 days. I'm gonna cleanse my hair twice a week. It's really not that groundbreaking. A lot of naturals do it. It's just for me staying motivated. But I found that it's so easy to stay motivated when you're not raking through tangles because it's been 3 days since you've washed your hair. It's so easy. It's so much more enjoyable. I like it a lot more. But mainly scalp issues, less tangles. During the mid-week wash, I'll probably use a gentle shampoo like the Trepidora hair rinse. I did not like that shampoo on first try, but I really like it now. I'm gonna work on saying whether I like something the first time I use it or giving it more time, but the first time I use something, I pretty much know whether I like it enough to keep trying it or whether I don't. So I'll use a gentle shampoo like the Trepidora hair rinse midweek or the Olaplex. I found that was pretty gentle too. And I'll also deep condition weekly. I'll probably deep condition twice a week just because if I'm gonna shampoo my hair, I'm gonna deep condition. That's just me. Like, you don't have to do that. Nobody has to do anything, but that's something I'm gonna do. I was going to re-implement co-washes into my routine. I really was. And I tried it and it didn't work out. And it didn't work out not for the reason why you think. It's really odd. It's not really the reason why anybody on YouTube has ever said co-washing doesn't work for them. It's very specific to me. If you wanna know why, I can make a really short video about it because it's pretty straight to the point, but it's another video. So to summarize, the 3 problems I have are over-detangling, not using a protein treatment or a bond builder, and lack of consistency with my cleansing process. The solutions: for detangling, I will use less tools. I'll finger detangle more, and I will rake less and smooth more. Number 2, protein moisture balance. I'll use a bond builder every few weeks or so, and a protein treatment around once a month. Number 3, with cleansing, going back to 2 times a week. The more often I do it, the easier it is to do, the better my hair and scalp feels, and easier to maintain. And bonus, number 4, I'm going to get trims more often. I've only been getting trims every 4 to 5 months, and that's not working for me right now. I'm gonna have to start going every quarter personally and see how that goes. Of course, if I don't need a trim, I'm not going to get my hair trimmed, but I just want to get on a more frequent schedule seeing my stylist just to keep up with my shape and my trims. It's important to me, that's why. These are random fire bonus tips that I think will help you. Pay attention to your hair and what your hair needs and not what other people are telling you your hair needs. It is your hair. If you don't think you need to do a protein treatment every 4 months, you need to go 6 weeks, go every 6 weeks. If you don't think you need to deep condition every week at all, don't do it. Just do what's right for you. This is the internet, and you have to take everything with a grain of salt and try it for yourself. Do what makes sense for your lifestyle. If you don't like wash and goes, don't do them. I do, and I'm gonna do them all the time. Find a curl specialist and listen to them when they tell you to do things. And also, don't be afraid to get second opinions. There are a lot of curl specialists out here, and some things I've been told I should do by one, some things I've been told I shouldn't do by another. It's important to test things out for yourself and see what works for you. You know, even stylists learn from other stylists, so of course you as a consumer can go to multiple stylists and learn different things. I actually ended up asking one stylist that I haven't gone to before about some concerns I'm having with my hair, just to see her perspective, and it was after watching a video. I don't know if I can link it up here, but if I do, it's up here. And I saw her daughter's hair and I was like, oh, I'm asking you, how? So I did chit chat with her for a little while and I did get some answers for her. Some of these answers were in this video, but if you're curious about it, I can make another video about that, where I just give you the answers she kind of gave me to the questions I asked. But again, that'll be pretty quick and to the point, but if you want it, I got it. Comment below what you did to mitigate any breakage you've had with your wash and goes, and could you tell I was experiencing a little bit of breakage and lack of moisture in my hair after a while? Let me know. I want to know what you guys saw. Also, how often do you use tools in your hair? Talk to me, and I will see you guys later.